This is James Lupton. I'm delighted to join today with Jasmina Zapotoczna.
Zapotoczna.
Zapotoczna,
Almost there.
almost
Hello,
close
everyone.
enough. Close enough, Jasmina. Thanks for joining me today. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good, actually. Thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. You've had some big fight news announced recently, and that is you'll be appearing on a Matchroom show live on DAZN against Maisey Rose Courtenay. It's a big opportunity for yourself. Just how excited are you for this fight?
Well, yeah, I'm very excited for the fight. For this fight, considering my last fight in the Zone show with Shannon Ryan, that was very good fight. Tough, and yeah, obviously the result wasn't on my side, but yeah, I think that's the other opportunity to show my skills again, and this time show that I'm on the top 10.
Take me to that last fight against Shannon Ryan. Obviously, it's defeat, as you mentioned there. Your first defeat as a professional. Firstly, how did you feel? What were the emotions like when you suffered your first loss?
Oh my God, I was devastated. I was good. I was disappointed. But well, we took that gamble with my coach and my team. It was very short notice fight, but I was fit, and actually I'll hold that camp because originally I was supposed to fight Maisey Rose Courtenay, and then we had like 5 weeks notice. And during that 5 weeks, that was crazy 5 weeks. But I'm not gonna. I don't want to make any excuses. Obviously, I don't want to even mention what was happening during that time. But that was very tough 5 weeks for me. And well, I think I performed very, very good in the end of the day. Maybe the result wasn't on my side, but well, it is what it is. And our plan was to showcase my skill, to show the best of me, and I think I did it anyway.
What did you learn from that? Now you've had that where you've had hurdles and obstacles to overcome during camp. You've had a loss. What do you learn from the whole experience?
You know, it learned. It learned that I can overcome a lot. I can go through a lot of difficulties and obstacles on my path, on my way, and I still don't give it up. So yeah, I think it makes me stronger, and I think my intelligence in the ring it's better now. I improved a lot since last fight. I'm more focused in the ring. Yeah, I think a lot of obviously apart from defeat, which is still kind of painful. I've learned a lot, and I think it's just everything. Like most of this defeat was just beneficial for me. So yeah, I think I'm okay with that. So even if it was defeat, I still learned a lot, and that's the most important thing for me.
Talked about your mentor. You mentioned there, obviously, you feel like you've got stronger from everything you've overcome. Is that mentally? Is that something now if anything does get thrown at yourself, whether it be through camp or during a fight, that mentally you can overcome this?
Yeah, let's be honest. I'm not since I started my professional career. To be fair, since I started boxing, it's never been easy for me. I know that I'm not someone special in this case because everyone's got their own path and difficulties on the way. But I found myself well. My path is quite difficult, and when I see all that story about me and boxing and how I came to boxing and how I work with it and deal with it, I think I'm doing good. So any more difficulties or any more tough situations for me and obstacles, I know that I can go through this. So yeah, I think I can overcome everything.
You mentioned the difficulties throughout your boxing career. Why still continue to pursue a career in boxing? It could be easy for you, I'm sure, to walk away and leave it behind if it is difficult. Why does boxing mean so much to you?
First of all, I'm not a quitter, so I'm just like more. If I like challenges, so even if something's tough to me, it's the easiest way to quit. It's the easiest, and if you quit, I don't want to have any regrets in my life. So I don't want to in a few years, yeah, if I would quit, I don't want to have that. I don't want to have that feelings that, oh, yeah, I could do this, I could do that, I could try. So I'd rather try, and then if I'm not gonna, if it's not gonna end, lucky for me, or with the results which I want, at least I can tell, oh, at least I tried. And yeah, I think boxing is just, I don't know, it was in my heart from the beginning. I'd say from when I was young, and I was always thinking about combat sports, and my dad like taught me and just got me into it, with self-defense, first of all. So yeah, I think it's just something which I want to do in my life, and I knew from the beginning that it's not going to be the easiest path, but I'm ready. I'm ready to face it, and I think I'm I keep doing well.
Absolutely. I mean, let's go there with the how you started boxing and why you started boxing. You mentioned there your dad started a little bit showing you self-defense and things like that, and you seem to have always have an interest in combat sports. Tell me about your first time you went into the gym, into the boxing gym.
It started when I was like, I don't know, maybe 6 years old or something. My dad was a prison officer, and he showed my siblings self-defense technique or something, and he always say, "No, no, you're too young, you're too young, you can't." And I was so like, oh my god, I was so impressed, and I was so excited about it. And I said, "Please, dad, show me. I really wanted to get into it." But my dad was always like, "No, you're too young, you're too young." But obviously, I was watching, I was standing, I was watching, and I was just very like, yeah, I was very impressed, and I really wanted to get to know, well, I really wanted to find out more about it. And then like years later, when I was 15, I started training kickboxing for a short period of time. Then when I was 16, I started training jiu-jitsu. And then again, because of that age, I was a teenager, I was doing a lot of crazy stuff. And then after 4 years, when I was 20, I went to uni when I was 18. And then I met a girl, and she invited me for boxing training, sorry. And that was my first time ever in boxing when I was 20. And I fell in love in boxing. So that's how it started. That's how everything started. From the first training of boxing, from the first day, I knew I'm gonna fight. I just knew it. I just felt that it's something that I really want to do, and that's how it started.
Do you know now why you had that feeling about boxing? You know, you done kickboxing, you done jiu-jitsu, you say there. These other sports and other combat sports, you didn't have that feeling on the first day, but with boxing you did. Do you know what that feeling was, and do you know why you got that? Can you explain it?
I don't know. It's I liked kickboxing. Maybe it was because I wasn't mature enough. Maybe it's just because I was only 15. I really like jiu-jitsu, as well, but it was some situations in my life that I'm just quit it, and like a teenager. And then when I was 20, it was something just clicked, and I was very excited about it. I like adrenaline. I'm like I can tell that I'm a little warrior inside me, and that's my soul. I like, just I like that feelings, that adrenaline. I think I'm probably am addicted to it. So that's what gives me that excitement and entertainment and enjoyment as well.
You mentioned there the adrenaline, the addiction side of it, and that you love that side of things. Talk to me about being in the ring. When you're fighting, you're being punched in the head, you're punching them in the head, the crowd are going wild. What emotions do you have? Do you notice the crowd, or do you block them out? What's the whole occasion like for you to box?
So first of all, like boxing, going into the boxing ring, with a lot of people around, it gives me like excitement as well. But I used to sing for 10 years, and I finished music school. So when I went to on the stage, it going to the boxing ring, it gives me exactly the same emotions. So I'm excited. I want to show everyone my skills, what I can do. It's like a trophy, It's just like the boxing fight, the final, boxing match is like a trophy and prize for all that hard work I did on in a gym. So it's like it should be for me. It's like prize for the hard work and trophy for the hard work. So that's how I see it. It's just enjoyment. It's like I really enjoy being in the ring, you know.
I love that explanation. Talked about, obviously, you mentioned about you was singing, you was at music school, and it sounds like you've always been an entertainer. You like to be center stage, all eyes on Jasmina. Um, what about that excites you? Do you get that adrenaline buzz from that as well?
Yeah, you know, when I used to sing, it was always I was always a little bit nervous before I step on that stage. But as soon as I just stepped there, just came there, everything's like just disappear, and there was like a pure enjoyment and pure happiness, and that's what gives that what boxing gives me as well. I just love to do it. I love to show my skills, and I can tell that I'm quite trying to be perfect. I'm perfectionist, so I always try to be enjoyable to watch, like in a ring. My boxing skills and technique and everything. I always want people to enjoy it. Obviously, it's about winning as well, but every time after each fight, when I'm finishing and talking to people, I'm not asking. The first question I ask is, "Oh, did you enjoy? Did you enjoy watching me?" If they say yes, that's what makes me happy. That's the that's what makes me happy the most.
Do you think with your musical background and performing in front of people, that helped you in boxing because you didn't have that, some people get stage fright, some people get nerves, and you almost black out and not sure what to do and freeze on the big stage. Do you feel that side where you've done that for 10 years in musical school and you've been performing for so long that that's helped you get in the ring with your nerves?
Yeah, I think it helps. Definitely helped me. Mm, yeah, but I work. I've worked with myself and with my mentality through that last 6 years, and I've changed a lot. So definitely singing and that entertaining people helped me, but I had to work on myself as well. And yeah, I think I'm more confident now. I changed myself. I changed something in my mentality. So I think that's the mix up with it.
And just want to bring it back to the first question again, and what we mentioned earlier is your fight with Maisey Rose Courtenay. You say that you love to entertain the fans. You always ask all the fans afterwards, did they enjoy it? It's the first words out of your mouth. What can the fans expect when you fight Maisey Rose Courtenay?
It's definitely going to be a big show. Definitely it's going to be enjoyed to watch. Maisie is a good fighter. I'm a good fighter, and I think we're gonna be we're gonna put on a show. Definitely.
In terms of the fight itself, it's, as we mentioned, it's off the back of a loss where you lost your last fight, but it's on the big platform again. You've got a lot to prove to yourself, I'm sure. Um, what will you mindset and mentality change going into this fight compared to previous fights because you've now got the defeat on your record?
I think I don't feel that much pressure anymore. It's just like obviously I'm good at I lost, but I think that's just I'm trying to explain to myself that it's just a part of the game, and it doesn't mean that I'm not a good fighter. It doesn't mean that I don't have that skills. Every fight, in each fight, both fighters wants to win. So I think it's just a part of the game, and I don't feel like I've got, I don't feel like I have to be worried or I lost my confidence in my skills or believe or I don't believe in myself anymore. No, I think it taught me something. This defeat taught me something, but also makes me stronger, and I improved a lot. So, and yeah, I'm gonna prove it on 6th of July.
You mentioned not feeling as much pressure without the undefeated record. You will be the underdog as well when you head into this fight. Does that also relieve pressure from you?
Yeah, I love to be underdog. I can be. I think there's much more pressure on Maisie. So I have nothing to lose. I can only gain from this opportunity, and that's what I want to do. It's another opportunity and chance for me. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna perform as best as I can, and I think, and I believe that it gives me a big win.
Before the Shannon Ryan fight, when you got the opportunity again on the big platform, I'm sure you was very confident in going into that fight and getting the win. But now, without that undefeated record, and you mentioned without that pressure, you mentioned that you're going to enjoy it as well. Does that make you a lot more of a dangerous fighter this time?
Definitely, 100%. And what else can I say more? Yes, I'm much more confident, and I can't wait, to be honest. I'm not nervous at all. I'm gonna enjoy myself, and I'm gonna show the best of Jasmina, and that's what I'm gonna do. I believe I believe that I could win that fight, and I'm gonna prove it. Even if I'm not from the zone, even if I'm not from Matchroom, and I'm the underdog, that's gonna be a really good story about underdog, especially from
Absolutely.
Poland.
Absolutely. July 6th, you get your hand raised, the underdog wins. What's next for Jasmina? What's your future hold?
Obviously, I want to be on the top. I want to get all opportunities for every title. But for now, I'm just focusing on the next fight. Well, actually, I'm fighting on Saturday, so fight after this fight. Yeah, so that's my big that's what I'm focusing on now at the moment. I don't want to think. I don't want to go a little bit further in the future, but this is the most important thing for me, and I'm gonna focusing on it, and I'm gonna do my best to win that fight.
You mentioned you've got a fight before that. I believe, according to Box Rec, it's Gemma Rueg, someone you have fought before. Would it be nice to just get another victory under your belt to head into this fight against Maisey Rose Courtenay with a win behind you rather than off the back of a loss?
Well, yeah, obviously, but behind this fight with Gemma, there is the story. Because last fight in Bournemouth with Gemma, she claimed that she won that fight, which is quite funny for me. But I'm gonna just show again that I'm on the top of her, and nothing's changed in this case.
You
So
you could quite easily have cancelled this fight against Gemma because you've got now this opportunity on the zone and you said, you know what, I'm not going to risk any injuries, anything like that at all. I could, leave this. But because of this between you, and you mentioned there, she says that she won the first fight. Um, does that make you want to take this fight from me? Is that the reason why you're still fighting this Saturday against Gemma? Or is that just you? Is that, you're not going to change and scupper her plans because something's come up better for yourself?
no, I didn't. To be fair, we didn't even think about that some things could happen, and that's why we should cancel that fight. No, we were just it was too late. First of all, it was too late to cancel that fight. It was just fight week actually. So I don't mind to fight. I'm tough. I'm from Poland, so for me, I'm just taking it as a little warm up before 6th of July. So I don't mind. I'm gonna take it as a maybe a little bit tougher sparring without because of no head guard, and that's it. I'm gonna get that win. I'm gonna come back to the gym on Monday, and I'm gonna prepare next 4 weeks, well 3 weeks for the next fight, and that's it.
You mentioned
I seriously, I'm not thinking about it. It's not a big deal for me. So it's just like a little, break, break, a little warm up before next fight, and that's it.
And that's a good mentality to have as well to head into that fight. And it's one last question from me, Jasmine. You mentioned about obviously being from Poland. Now, I was in Poland, I think it was last year. Lucas Rozanski fought Alan Babic, and the atmosphere was insane. The Polish fans were out in force for Rozanski. Is that something you'd like to do? Would you like to go back there and headline in Poland? And it's a big fighting country.
Well, it will be really good experience for me to fight in Poland. I've never had any offer so far, but well, I enjoy. To be fair, to compare Polish fans to English fans for boxing, I think it's much more exciting here. People are more into it here. Maybe probably because boxing started in England, so probably that's why. In Poland, people are more into freak fights, and I just for me it's not the sport, but it's more entertaining for them apparently. But yeah, if I would ever have any offer for fighting in Poland, yeah, I'll be very excited, and I'll be very happy to do this for my fans in Poland because I've got obviously can't complain about Polish people because I don't want to you know sound like someone who's like hate Poland or hate Polish people. No, 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 nothing like that. I love Poland. I'm from there, and I feel Polish, and I'm always gonna be Polish, obviously. And I love my country. Yeah, but that would be very good for me, and I would be very excited and happy to show myself, show my skills in Poland, in my country, and boxing for Polish fans.
Absolutely. Jasmina, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck for this weekend and July the 6th, but we'll speak again soon.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your invitation to interview.
No
Thank
worries
you.
at all. Thank you.